provides help.
much more convenience.
It's a little hard to cook when you got.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the regular town board meeting for February 24th. I ask everybody to please silence their cell phones and please rise for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This time I'd like to ask for a moment of silent reflection, please. Thank you very much. I'd just like to let everybody know that Councilman Ron Morial is in Florida on vacation, and he's unable to Zoom the meeting tonight, so he will not be participating in the meeting. I ask for agenda approval. Does anybody need to amend the agenda?
Yes, I have an addition to the agenda for the senior center for automatic door opener.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay.
I make the motion to approve the agenda.
As amended?
Yes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Being it is a regular town board meeting, I would ask for public concerns privilege of the floor. Did anybody, can we check the site? Was there nothing on there? Did anybody wish to speak to open the meeting? Nothing? Okay. So the approval of the meeting, minutes from the January 27th regular town board meeting, the work session at this time are still incomplete. So we need a motion for the January 27th town board meeting.
We need a
Motion, we need a motion.
to not approve?
No, to approve. No, the ones are incomplete from the work session, we need one for January 27th.
I'll make the motion for January 27th. Second.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Abstract of claims, Councilman Myers.
For February 24th, 2025, I move to approve the regular abstract of claims 24-03739 through 24-03738 and 25-00304 through 25-00421 and recommend total payment in the amount of $540,848.96 and post audits in the amount of $6,401.60.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Department head statements. Tim, anything from the clerk's office? Amy?
We received a letter requesting a waiver of the 30-day notification for Art Park's liquor license. They're asking for this to expedite the licensing process.
So, can I get a motion to,
You can certainly waive it, yes.
yeah, and we've done it in the past.
Yes.
I'll make the motion as stated.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you. Captain, anything from the?
No, just for the meeting.
Tim?
Yep, I got a little bit to talk about. Put in all of your boxes today, yearly report for 2024 of the things that pass through our office, just so you're aware. And also the new state law that came down now requires the building department to give you guys a report every year, which seems kind of funny because, you know, we're not going to give you a report. We give the New York State Codes people a report. We give the Census Bureau a report. We give the Niagara County Planning a report. So it seems like sometimes we're just writing reports all the time. But if you have any questions on this, let me know, and I'll just explain it a little bit. The first page is, they're double-sided. The first page are the fees that came through our office, and there's the breakdown of all the fees. The second 17 pages are the permits that came through our office. The two do not 100% align because like, for example, if we do 71 permit renewals from the previous year of projects that weren't completed, we still have to babysit them, we still have to bring them to completion, but they're not reflected in the second report. So, you know, you'll see a little bit of a discrepancy in the numbers, but this next 17 pages are the new permits, and the first page, both sides, are the fees that came through our office. So that what came through our office was $172,275. And then that is something to note. The other thing that is to note would be, we issued 517 permits, and we renewed 71 from the year prior. So, you know, we're right around the 600 permit mark. And then also, you know, a lot of times the building department goes unnoticed, so I'll take this time to just give a little plug for the building department and the fire bureau. If nothing is happening in the town, that really means that we're doing our job. So, you know, if decks aren't falling off houses and houses aren't burning down and you know, all these different things that you see on the news a lot of times aren't happening, that means we're doing our job. So we inspected, our office alone, inspected over $15.5 million in construction costs last year with those permits. So, you know, just a little FYI, there's the numbers. If you have any questions on them, feel free to ask me, I can explain it. And I can give you a report like this for every year since we got the computer system. So it's not a problem, it's not a hard thing to do. So if you have any questions, let me know.
Good. Any questions? Okay, thanks, Tom.
Yep.
Thanks, Jackie, you're on the agenda. Deputy Supervisor, anything?
Nope, nothing.
Mitch? I'll start with Danny Zano, anything? No? Mitch, I know you got something.
Yeah, so I was looking to get a resolution for the contract between state and town, redo the contract between them.
So basically, this is just to be able to operate in their right of ways and.
Right. Anything.
You know, it's a 20-year contract that is expiring and.
Correct.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No, I just wanted to know that it was just something that you normally do.
Yeah,
And it's just for
renewing it.
every 20 years, and it just happens to be the time.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Do we need to approve this, Mr. Supervisor?
Do we even need to approve this? You've already signed it.
I signed it, they just wanted a resolution to go along with it.
Okay.
I prepared a resolution for the board which memorializes that, it ratifies that agreement.
Okay.
Do we have that?
Okay,
You should.
do you have it? I don't.
No, I don't have it.
I didn't see it there.
Yep, I don't have it.
Let me read it into the record then for you.
Yep.
Bear with me. Make sure this is the correct one. Town of Lewiston resolution, and again, I'll defer to the clerk as to which resolution this is for the year. Whereas the town of Lewiston from time to time requires and requests permits and performs repair work and other activities / operations upon highways and or within the rights of way controlled by the state of New York Department of Transportation. And whereas the New York State Department of Transportation, as a condition precedent to issuing said permits for said repair work and other activities / operations, requires that an undertaking be entered into between the town of Lewiston and the New York Department of Transportation relating to the permitting, regulation, restoration, and indemnification of the parties. And whereas the town of Lewiston is desirous of entering into an undertaking for the above stated purpose, and whereas the New York State Department of Transportation has prepared such an undertaking which has been signed by the superintendent of the town of Lewiston Highway Department and is now being submitted to the town board of the town of Lewiston for further consideration and ratification. Now therefore, be it resolved that the undertaking executed by the town of Lewiston Highway Superintendent Mitchell W. Zano on the 12th day of February 2025 and attached hereto at Exhibit A is hereby ratified and approved by the town board of the town of Lewiston dated February 24th, 2025.
Make the motion to approve that as presented?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Jeff Ritter. Jeff Ritter's on Zoom, so Anything to report, Jeff?
No, nothing at this time, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. Melinda?
Yes. Oh, well, things are going well at the senior center. For St. Patrick's Day, we're gonna have Bob and Ann doing, wow, there's lots of static today.
Yeah, I don't know if it's from that.
No, it's not.
Okay. Go ahead, try again.
Okay, we're gonna have Irish music on St. Patrick's Day with Bob and Ann. We've had that for the last couple of years. We are doing AARP tax prep on Fridays, but there's no appointment, so please stop calling and asking for an appointment, because you're kind of late to the game. You need to start asking for an appointment back in January, because they're well booked up, and, you know, some people get upset that we can't do everything we did, 20 years ago. Well, we have a lot of other stuff going on that doesn't allow us to squeeze things in without disrupting the whole apple cart, so to speak. So, we're doing the best we can. I don't know what we can do, but we've got a lot going on, and sometimes we just have to say, we can't do everything. But yeah, things are good, doing good.
Okay,
Hope
thank you.
everybody stops in.
Thank you very much. Tim Smith?
Just some sad news. We have our last two skates coming up this week, which skating's gone phenomenal. Wednesday's sponsored by Brickyard, and then our Lewiston Service Guild is sponsoring our last one. So our last two skates, which is a good sign though, because we're right around the corner. We do have baseball signups going on. Our activities, for April will be announced. We're just waiting on our time for our Easter egg hunt. Saturday, the 8th of March, is a week from Saturday. We have our casino night for our adults 21 and above. It's at the Lewiston number 2. Check us out on Facebook or our website. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Mary took care of no pending business, no new business. Under my docket, legal resolution for Citrine Power.
That is a resolution you have before you, Mr. Supervisor, which memorializes the motion of the board at your last meeting to approve the project, if you will. This resolution is required for some of the filings that Citrine needs to do from this point forward. It's been vetted by everyone, including Mr. Sommerfeld, who is the attorney for Citrine.
Right, I talked to Tim. I've talked to Tim since the last meeting. You're good with it now?
Yes.
Everything's good? Okay. So I will read it. Town of Lewiston Special Use Permit and Site Plan Approval, CP Model City LLC, facility on parcel identified as SBL number 102.02-2-1, 4746 Model City Road, Lewiston, New York. Whereas the proposed solar energy generation facility located on a parcel identified as SBL number 102.02-2-1 at 4746 Model City Road, Lewiston, New York, the project will be considered for approval of a special use permit and site plan approval by the town board, town planning board, and whereas the town, as lead agency with respect to the project for purposes of conducting review of the State Environmental Quality Review Act and the implementing regulations of the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, adopted thereunder 6 New York CRR Part 617, hereinafter collectively referred to as SEEKR, hereby has determined that the project is a Type 2 action and that no further action is necessary, and is hereby resolved that the town board of Town of Lewiston hereby approves the special use permit and site plan of the project subject to the following conditions, and be it further resolved that CP Model Cities LLC's building permit for this project is specifically subject to the following conditions. Number 1, the easement between CP Model City LLC and Modern Disposal Services Incorporated, memorialized in an access easement agreement and effective February 7th, 2025, providing both CP Model City LLC and the town of Lewiston with access to over parcel SBL number 102.02-2-52 shall remain in effect for the life of the project. That the above mentioned easement is subject to the approval of the town attorney of the town of Lewiston. Number 3, that CP Model City LLC shall post a decommissioning bond in the amount of $170,000 which is an amount satisfactory to the town of Lewiston and be in a form that is subject to review and approval of the town engineer and town attorney. Number 4, that CP Model City LLC shall enter into a host community agreement with the town of Lewiston to the mutual satisfaction of the parties. Resolved that the town supervisor be and hereby is authorized to execute any necessary documents in conjunction hereto. So that is a motion. Who gives a second if you have any questions?
Okay,
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions?
okay, yes, Article 1, I guess you would say, does that need to say town of Lewiston, not just town?
No, because, up above, it identifies the town as a defined term.
Okay, cause,
As a
just
town
throughout
of
the rest of the document, it does mention town of Lewiston, so
Right.
just wanted to make
If you
sure.
look up in, where's the town, it identifies the town
Okay,
up above.
okay, cause in the other lines, it does say town of Lewiston, 2, 3, and 4. All right, as long as that's okay.
Okay, anybody else have any questions?
None.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Al.
You're welcome.
Knocking that out. Nothing under engineering, finance budget revision.
Previously, I've submitted 2 budget revisions from the fiscal year 2024 for your review and approval.
So I went over the revisions, with Jackie, because Ron Morrell wasn't here, and that's his job usually. So, I would make a motion to approve the revisions as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
That's it for me. Councilman Jacoby.
I have 2 additions to the Lewiston Fire Company number 2, both firefighters. The first is Kaylin Drury, and she lives on Upper Mountain Road in Cambria. And the second one is Michael Swanson Jr., and he lives on Upper Mountain Road, in Lewiston, obviously. And I make the motion that we approve it.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And I'm assuming all these young faces in the crowd are here from the school, correct?
Students.
So what I would say is, if you're able and interested, fire service is very valuable. And it is a young man's game, right, Ed?
Yeah.
So, if you wanna give back to your community, join the fire department. It's a heck of an experience, it's a good group of people, and, yeah.
We'll take young men, young women, older
Yes.
men, older women, whoever,
Yeah.
whoever's able-bodied.
Yeah. Before you fall apart, join the fire department.
Before you fall apart.
And there's a lot of people here that can speak for falling apart. So, Councilman Myers
Nothing,
and Councilwoman Wechter.
Yes, the senior center has, received, 4 quotes to have an automatic door opener, or a handicap accessible door opener put on the interior door of the senior center. The highest quote was, $7,398. The lowest quote was $2,673, however, that quote did not cover the electrical, from what I understand. So the decision was to go with Aurora Door and Window for a cost of $4,116.
So motion?
I would like to make that as, I guess, a motion, because it's a little bit above the procurement.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Jackie, do you want us to put that to a fund, or do you have it?
No, they currently have enough money in their equipment
Okay.
line that was approved, adopted budget for 2025, so they should be okay.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Okay, is that it?
Yep.
Okay. Privilege of the floor, public concerns. Anybody wish to speak? Steve Lyle.
Steve Lau from River Road. Jeff Ritter, are you still out there?
Jeff's still on here. Jeff, there's a question for you.
Yes, I'm here, go ahead, Steve.
Go ahead.
Jeff, my question is, how much of this meeting have you heard?
I've heard the whole thing.
So you've been able to hear all the microphones, people from the floor?
Yeah, but, I am listening intently, to be honest with you. I'm holding the phone up to my face.
I know, because when I've listened to the meetings, you know, after the fact, it's really hard to hear a lot of people, whether it's somebody here again from the floor speaking, or not getting close enough to the mics, or not being pointed the right way. And this really is a record, right?
Yeah.
Well, I must say, Mitch Zano was the only one that I couldn't hear tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
You want me to make them go again?
That's okay, I just, you know, some of the tables have microphones, and he's not sitting here soft on,
Yeah.
so.
Okay, Jeff, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, our upcoming board and commission meetings, our town board work session is on March 10th at 6 p.m. Our historic preservation, John, do you know if we're gonna have a meeting on the 11th?
I doubt that we will, but I'm gonna be in touch with Zach and see what he has to say.
So right now, the historic preservation is scheduled for March 11th, 2025 at 5:45 p.m. That'll be the day after our work session, so we'll update that on the 10th. Zoning board is March 13th at 6 p.m. and our planning board is March 20th at 6:30 p.m. So with that, I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion?
There's a motion, a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Everybody, all you do is stand up here beside whenever you gotta have something.
I
Say hello.